I'm gonna be talking about my enemies. So yeah, so who knows their enemy? I know my enemy. Do you know your enemy? Who is Aria? Who know their enemy? Like, when I'm talking about this, like, they always be like, oh, when we talk about enemy, people are always looking at outward, like outside, like my enemy is this person, my enemy is that person, my enemy is this, right? No one actually looks inward. No one looks inward to like know that their enemy is within. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the enemy within. I'm not going to be talking about the outward enemies. Today is the enemy within. So yeah, my enemies, the enemy within that I know is something inbuilt. Something inbuilt is inbuilt in us, right? This thing is so inbuilt in us that it's like when you have a car, right? You have some things that are programmed into the car. It's just there in the car. It's the make, it's within the make of the car. That is how it is for we human beings. When we are created with this inbuilt protective system, inbuilt protective instinct. Like, it's inbuilt within us. It's like, I don't know, like the side of the brain, whether it's the left or right or the hormone or whatever. But when we are created, we have this thing that we are created with that is meant to protect us. It's meant to keep us safe. That is it. And it just all builds up as we grow, as we keep on going. The kind of things we are used to, it keeps us within that safe zone. Within a safe zone, it doesn't want us to like go outside. It doesn't want us to be hot. It doesn't want us to like be hot or just go outside of our safe zone, right? It wants us to remain within our safe place, so it keeps us safe. And for us as a business person, or sometimes in our relationships, in our finances, and in lots of things we do, this thing that we have within us has really affected us. Yeah, people, I'm using this thing to do my Facebook live. I can't really see people on here with me. Just say hi. I will get back to you after I'm done with this. Yeah, so this thing is built within us, that is a safe mechanism, like built within us, and it's in every living thing. You also find it in plants. For example, there are some plants, when you eat them, they are bitter. So that bitter thing that you have is a way to protect these plants. It's a way to keep them in to put away enemies from them, right? Like their prey, people that things that eat them and the rest. That is the inbuilt thing in them. Then some animals, like let's say for example, like snail, because it has a shell. Like when somebody is coming, it just gets into the shell to protect people from getting it and all that. Or skunk, right? Skunk will just put up that ooze, to keep enemies away from it, right? We human beings as well, being created, we also have that inbuilt in us. Hi, Ehi. Yeah, my Instagram friends. Yeah, today I decided to come live on Instagram as well. So we have that inbuilt in us that that is protecting us from anything around us. So as business owners, as human beings, this is really affecting our system. And what do? What we have to do is reprogram ourselves. We need to take our time to reprogram ourselves. That is the way to go around it. When you start realizing this, for me, the first thing first I would say is for you to even acknowledge this, for you to even know this. Most times people don't know this. People don't understand this. That is a big thing. This is like the biggest thing. That's why most times when things are happening to us, the first thing we start looking at our environment. We start looking at people that are annoying us, people that are doing us, people that are hurting us. We just first looking at our environments instead of first looking at ourselves, that actually we are the main thing hurting ourselves. For example, somebody out there, why do people get so angry? I'm going to talk more on anger tomorrow or next, on all this thing, still on this enemy within. So some people out there, they get so angry. Why do they get so angry? It's because they already have this inbuilt way, this way that they feel that they should be talked to. And when somebody talks to them outside of that, they become so angry. They become so annoyed. You see, so that thing within them becomes like, I'm not used to this. It kind of gets that fight or fright, that fight or fright something, and it kind of fights it back. I'm not used to this is not me, I don't take this. You see it? So that is the way it is, and this thing is so built in us that it's really affecting every area of ourselves, like I said. And the way to go about this is by being conscious. We need to go out there and be conscious. We need to go out there and take the time to remodel ourselves. Take, for example, car manufacturers. When a car manufacturer finds out that there is something they need to improve in, when they find out that they need to do something, or they find out that this thing is not working well, right? Or they find out that there's something new out there and they want to improve on it, what do? They go back to their drawing table. They go out there and they start putting things together. They start doing things and they bring out a better version of the car they have. Let's say, for example, in my days, we had the car whiner, where you use your hand to wind up your windows, right? Probably they found out that this is not so efficient, especially if you have children in your car, and your children can always wind up or wind down, and they can decide to put their head out of the window and all that, right? Probably they found out that this is not working so well for us as cars. We need to do something better about this. So they went back to their drawing tables and they developed this button one where you press it, and at the same time you can lock it up at your driver's side, so your children cannot press and wind it down. You see that? So the car manufacturers then went back to their drawing table and they did this. They improved and brought something of better value to us that we are using today. So we too, as individuals, we too as human beings, we need to also do this for ourselves, we individuals. I mean, this thing is already inbuilt in us. It's meant to protect us. It's meant to keep us intact. It's not supposed to be a bad thing to us, but because we are not so used to it, now we want to move outside of it, especially if you're a business owner. Even if you're in a relationship, it also helps your relationship. It also helps to fight our relationship. When you watch this in relationships, especially if spouses get married, watch within their first 2 years of marriage, there is always this clash here and there. Why? Because they are so used to a particular way of doing something. Now you having this spouse in your life, this person telling you to do this, or you have to wake up earlier, or you have to go into the kitchen like every day to make meal, or I mean, these are things you're not so used to, right? And this thing is fighting back. It's fighting back. It's like, no, this thing, and you'll be like, I'm not taking this nonsense anymore. You see it? It's really, really hurting. It hurts. But that is the way it is, but we can still work around it. I know we are created. These are the things we developed over the years, and it became like our ways. It became our comfort zone. But that's why you see most people, they're always talking about your comfort zone, your comfort zone. These are the things they are talking about. They are things that we have walked around, that we have lived in, that has been our system, our norms. But now you want to move outside of it. Now you want to get out of it. And as a business person, it really, really affects you a lot. For example, you are not used to calling people, right? You are not used to calling people. You're not used to following up people. You're not used to sending text messages for people to buy something from you. And now you become a business person. Now you have to do something outside of your comfort zone. That's your body, that thing, that instinct thing within you, that thing is pulls you back. That's why sometimes you get to your computer, you want to do, like today I'm going to message, right? Today I'm going to send messages to all my people. I'm going to follow up on my clients. I'm going to follow up on my prospects, right? And then you get to your phone, you get to your computer, you bring up your phone. The next thing you do, you just see yourself posting. You see yourself is posting on your timelines. You post to Instagram, you post on LinkedIn, you browse around, you do this, you do that. Before you know, the time slot you put is like 2 hours. Before you know it, maybe a friend or somebody is calling you, and you're answering the phone, and the 2 hours is done. You are busy, like you've done things, but that is not what you plan to do. Why couldn't you like put it together to do it? It's because you are kind of like within You are trying to do something outside of your comfort zone, something outside of what you are used to. You're trying to do it. So that thing is fighting back. Sometimes they are not obvious. Sometimes some of them are obvious, but most times the fight back is not obvious. We just like relax. Oh, I couldn't do it today. The time just went back. Oh, time just flew. You know, we just say, oh, time just flew. I didn't even know what I was doing. You know, it's kind of, we don't really feel those things so much, but when you start working on yourself, you have to like now build on yourself. And the very big way to do this is by being conscious of this. Like you have to consciously take action, consciously do these things you want to do. And for me, the biggest one for me was I had to get a coach. Like I had to get a coach to work with. I had to get someone to work, an accountability person. I had to get a partner to work with, someone that will be like, did you do, you know, because you're not going to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. So that way you start pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. For example, is this one of the things that like my own thing, right? I'm this person, like I don't like exercising, right? Not that I don't like exercising, my body doesn't like exercising, let me put it that way. So I can stay without months without going to the gym. I can stay months without going to the treadmill, and I will use the excuse of it is cold outside, then I wouldn't exercise. I'll be like, oh, I prefer to walk, and most times, where do I want to walk? I want to take a walk outside and it is cold, so I can't walk. And I'll be like, oh, if this weather had been good, I would have taken a walk. So I use that as an excuse to keep myself right. But I know it was getting too much. So what did I do? I went and hired a personal trainer. Hi, Mia. Yeah, Mia is here. I know she will watch this. My trainer is here. So yeah, so I went ahead and hired a personal trainer. Like, I hardly could do like go 30 minutes on, even 20 minutes on my treadmill, or even on my bouncer. I could hardly go like 10 minutes on my bouncer in a day. But after I hired, I've been working with a trainer now for like almost a year. Yeah, it's up to a year now I've been working with a personal trainer, right? And it has really kind of improved. I've really improved. It has helped me to improve. These days, like minimum I exercise is like minimum 3 times a week. You see, because I had to push myself. I had to push myself to be out there. Because I know I have to go to my trainer during the week, right? I have to go to her during the week. And during this period I go to her, I have to exercise. So that way, I'm not getting used to it. Up to like, I started noticing like from last month, that even without on my own, I'll be like, without going to trainer on the rest, I could like dress up and go to my basement and exercise. Like, this is something I couldn't do before, like month after month. But I started building up that habit. You know, people are different. I'm the opposite of my husband. My husband doesn't exercise in a week. He will be like, I'm feeling something, like something is missing. No, because he is so used to it. He has built it over the years, like over 10-15 years he's been doing this. So his system is so used to it. So that is it with us. As business owners, we need to go out there and improve on ourselves. You have to do these things consciously. It is a conscious thing we have to take. We have to take this conscious effort. If you can't do it on your own, I know there are some people, all you need to do is understand this. The moment you understand it, you know that, yeah, you have this thing you have to fight. I mean, it's meant to protect us, but somehow it has become enemy of our progress when it comes to doing something outside of our comfort zone, right? So you need to fight this enemy. You have to be conscious of what you're doing. You have to get an accountability partner to help you out. If you can do it on your own, plan, now do it. But if you know you're somebody like me that need that extra help, that need that extra push, grab a coach, like grab a partner, grab something, move forward. Like, this year is almost gone. Like, we are almost running out. Like, since you've been trying to push yourself, how far have you gone? If you know you have not gone, like, tell yourself the truth. No person can tell you. I know most times people are like, I don't have the money. Like, seriously, nobody has the money somewhere sitting in the bank, like, to tell you the truth. Nobody has that. Even the millionaires, they don't have their money sitting in the bank waiting for them to use it. No, they don't. It's when you have something to do, then you start thinking of how to raise the fund to do it. So that's it. That's what I wanted to tell us today, that don't look any further. Don't look any further. The enemy is within. The enemy is within us. My enemy is within me. I have to fight it consciously. Yours too. Look at yourself. Look at the things you do, and also take action. Take action consciously. You have to do this consciously. It's a conscious action we have to take. Yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to share with us. Take conscious action and overcome this thing and move to your next comfort zone. That is why they're always talking about comfort zone, comfort zone. When you get to that level, you become used to it, your body adjusts to it, then you have to push yourself to get to the next level. You keep on pushing, you keep on going. And the way you can really do this thing is getting a coach. Like, if for me, over a year now, I've been working with a business coach. I've been working with a business coach for over a year now, and that has been really helping me with my business. So if you have a business, like every other business person out there, most business owners out there, they have coaches. Like, even my coach has a coach, and her coach has a coach, and the other coach has a coach. It just keeps on going. If you want to be successful, you got to be accountable. Like, you need that accountability thing. It helps keep you out there, helps keep you going. Yeah, so connect with me if you need more of this. You need to like discuss. Connect with me. I have some programs on this, on accountability. Let's work it out. Let's help you. Let's don't remain in the same level next year. Next year is almost by the corner. We need to push outside of what we are doing right now. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll get back to you, my Facebook friends. I'll say hi. Just say hello so that I'll get back to you after I'm done, because this is not working. I'm using my iPad. All right, thanks to my Instagram friends today. Thank you. And have a good day now. Bye. And life. And finish here. Hi, say hi.